आज हम सॉल्व करेंगे क्वालिटी कंट्रोल। ठीक है, तो देखते हैं क्वेश्चन। क्वालिटी कंट्रोल पहला क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। रिलेटिव प्रिसीजन इंडेक्स RPI is defined as which is defined as tolerance divided by average range. Next, which of the following is the source of variation in quality parameter, which is process, materials, environment, hence all of the above. Quality consequence help to deliver to yourself and those around you, which is value. Next question देखते हैं. Consider the following statement regarding quality circle. It is a small group of people working in different areas of an organization with multiple expertise. It consists of people who volunteer themselves. It is the human resource development technique. It is a problem solving firm. Hence 2, 3 and 4th statement is correct. Which one of the following refers to efforts to tailor thousands of items such as cars or hamburgers to specific customer needs, hence which is a mass customization? Most of the Deming's deadly disease involve which is involve lack of understanding of variation. Statement 1. Quality circle is a method to uh, bring organizational improvement through industrial the worker. And statement 2, the main aim of quality circle self development and mutual development cross root level employees. Hence statement 1 is false but statement 2 is true. Consider the following statement regarding the grillage foundation. It is provided for heavily loaded isolated column. It is treated as a spread foundation. It consists of two sets of perpendicularly placed steel column. Hence all the statement is correct. Consider the following component: knowledge of psychology, knowledge of the theory of variation, knowledge of process, knowledge of the system, and theory of the optimization. Hence, first, second, and fourth is correct. Trial runs are recommended for which of the following reason? Trials run provide an opportunity to remedy the situation during the experiment. Trial runs provide a final chance to final turn level for a factor. The trial run provide a chance to make any needed change in the experimental plan during the experiment. Trial runs can help considerably in estimating the time to complete a run, the logistic support required for level change, the total time needed to complete an experiment. Hence, second and fourth statement is correct. The quality characteristics can be categorized in which of the following grouping: sensory characteristics, structural characteristics, statistical characteristics, time oriented characteristics. Hence first, second and fourth is correct statement. Next देखते हैं question. Which one of the following principle referred to whom may be affected by the action of the company that affects health, safety, or the environment and refrain from the taking appraisal against employee who report dangerous incident to management or appreciate authorities, hence informing the public. Next question, match the following. ठीक है, तो सुई हर्ट्ज का कंट्रोल चार्ट, लैंग्वेज का लॉस फंक्शन, सिक्का का क्वालिटी सर्कल, डिमिंग का PDCA साइकिल। हेंस डी इज करेक्ट आंसर। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं। कंसीडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट एंड फाइंड द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट। TPM total productive maintenance improve product quality by eliminating downtime, defects and accident. Kaizen help to eliminate problem to their source by empowering worker to find and solve problem on a daily basis. Hence, both statement is correct. CISO sign is not a part of 5S quality control techniques. JIT just-in-time manufacturing system provides zero tolerance for mistakes. Short cycle manufacturing is an alternative term for JIT manufacturing used by Motorola. Hence, 2 and 3rd statement is correct. Select the correct statement regarding zero defect. The zero defect concept has given by Philip Crossway. It is the approach for securing a high level of error work-free performance. The slogan used to motivate employee under it do it right the first time. Under this concept, The inspection was made a continuous and self-initiated process and all the statement is correct. मैच द फॉलोइंग, ठीक है। तो देख लेते हैं आंसर, ठीक। तो बी करेक्ट है, ठीक है। तो क्या है, कारू इसी का विच इज करेक्ट आंसर इज द क्वालिटी सर्कल, ठीक है। और अर्मन फेंगियम विच इज द करेक्ट इज टोटल क्वालिटी कंट्रोल। फिलिप क्रॉसबे विच इज द करेक्ट आंसर इज द जीरो डिफेक्ट। एंड टेनिस टेंगोची विच इज a correct answer is, sorry, yes, ठीक है, robust design, and B is correct answer. Consider the following statement related to total productive maintenance TPM. TPM is based on the promotion of plant maintenance through autonomous small group activities. One of the pillars of TPM is Kobe's-2 Kaizen theory, which help in problem solving capabilities of the worker. Total maintenance cost is equal to direct cost, overhead cost, and downtime cost. Hence, 1 to 3 is correct. Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award is for which is for total quality management. Which of the following is a true about Kervin approach of defining quality? It is a transi transcendent approach. The quality absolute and universally recognizable. In product-based approach, the quality is precise and measurable variable. In manufacturing-based approach, quality is defined as conference at an acceptable cost. In value-based approach, quality is related to conference to specification, hence all statement is correct. Which among following are principle of Crosby approach? Conference to requirement, system of quality is prevention, and the performance standard is zero defect. The measurement of quality is price of conference, which is all the statement is correct. The Kaizen improvement denoted, which is denoted as noted the continuous improvement. Which of the following correct expression for the Cauchy loss function, which is a Lx equal to k bracket में x minus t का whole square. Next question is match the following, ठीक है। Kaizen is a continuous improvement process, ठीक है। And next is the quality circle benefits to, which is beneficial for, which is a employee, ठीक है। Quality circle employee. Quality circle can be solved related to, which is a Kaizen is a small change, sorry, this is the correct है। Kaizen is a small change and quality circle benefits to the employee, and quality circle can solve related to continuous improvement problem. TQM is the employee participation, hence A is correct option. Next question देखते हैं। Which of the following methodology has devised in Motorola in year 1987 to track and compare performance against customer requirement and to achieve near perfect qualities, hence Six Sigma. Match the following देखते हैं। Decision making under complete certainly, hence which is the correct answer? Transportation mode. Decision making under risk, which is correct option is the decision tree. Decision making under complete uncertainty, hence the correct answer is the maximum certain, and the decision making based on expert opinion, which is the correct answer is the Delphic approach, hence option C is correct. Which of the following is not correct about Poke-Yoki? Hence correct answer is the B statement. It will lead to increase the operation related to quality control. हम next question देखते हैं। assertion reasoning. Assertion Takeuchi's concept of loss function is focused on base of faced by manufacturer. Reason: loss is suffered not only when product characteristics are outside specification, but whenever it is derived from its target value. Hence statement 1 is assertion is false but reason is true. एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स देख लेते हैं। Dash falls into the aesthetic category of dimension of quality, appearance and feel. The benefits of quality is alignment of the process with achievement of better result. The consequence of poor quality product is productivity loss, rework, product failure. That types of quality which is concerned with the requirement of specification determined by the designer for the product. Quality of conference. Quality of conference is it is a concern with how well the manufactured product conforms to quality of design. Quality of performance it is concerned with how well the manufactured product gives it performance. The cost of quality or failure cost, appraisal cost. The cost of conference it is a further divided into pre- prevention cost and appraisal cost. Appraisal cost are vendor surveillance checking cost. The quality process is quality engineering refer to purposeful change of process to improve the reliability of achieve and outcomes. As quality grew are contributed to quality loss function. Kenichi Taguchi, the contribution by quality grew Edward Deming is PDCA plan do check act cycle. PDCA cycle is this mode provide a framework for the improvement of the process or system. The correct sequence of PDCA cycle is establish the objective and process necessary to deliver. In PDCA cycle, PDCA stand for Plan, Do, Steady, Act. Reduction in external failure ensures low cost of quality. The degree to which a set of inherent characteristic of an object fulfilled requirement is known as quality. The associated with defective products that have been delivered to the customer is external failure cause. Quality manager generally understand that higher level of dash lead to higher level of quality and productivity. The quality gurus define quality as fitness for use. Joseph John, the total number of points are there in Deming methodology is 14. Definition of quality is not an act, it is a habit. Cost quality is really a way to prioritize the action. Cost of quality is affected by workers' performance. The method for generating solution to improve quality is brainstorming quality circle benchmarking process. Total number of phases are there in PDSA 4. The dimension of quality is durability, aesthetic, reliability, conformability. Dash helping organization to reduce employee turnover and absenteeism. Training and development. Cause and effect diagram is used to identify and organize possible causes of problem, determining its relation. CMM stand for Capability Maturity Model. Malcolm Badgering National Quality Award is Total Quality Management. DMAC related to where DMACI की Six Sigma. Fixed cost is setup cost, insurance cost, advertisement cost. Indian company won the Deming Prize 2016. Asuka Leyland. Robustness of product to process implies ability to perform even in face of under controllable outside influence or adverse condition. तो हम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन करते हैं. The following quality related to activity is not commonly grouped under quality control, hence the design of experiments. Statically, quality control techniques are based on the theory of which is a probability. The maximum value of average outgoing qualities of all possible values of proportion defective is called, which is called average outgoing quality limit AOQL. In the community hall, there are 200 bulbs with a guaranteed lifetime for 3000 hours. After collecting the statics, it is found that the number of bulbs that is survived till 3000 hours is 170. What will be the reliability of the bulb, which is 0.85. The concept of robust quality has given by which is a T. Tanguchi. Rearrange the following step involved in the construction of Pareto diagram in the proper order, determining how relative importance is to be judged, decide on data characterization system, rank of categories from most important to least important, plot a bar graph, compute the cumulative frequency of the data categories in their chosen order, hence 2, 1, 3, 5, 4. Next question, almost all the quality problems can solve if following conditions are manufacturing products are met. The quality characteristics are within the appreciate specification tolerance limit determined based on customers' requirement. The variability of quality characteristics minimized as much as possible. The mean of each quality characteristics of as close as possible to target value of the characteristics, and all statement is correct. Which one of the following rule is not used for identifying an out of control process? A process is assumed to be out of control if two or more consecutive points fall beyond the 1 sigma limit on the same side of the central line. Which one of the following is not a major quality control method? Loading. Which one of the following is the responsiveness in business issue in commercial performance? Quotation. Which one of the following is not a component of total variability of measured observation? Hence, correct option in variability between parts and dimension. Consider the following advantage of part charting method requires only go data in inactive, no requirement for pre-tested standard unit accounts for all errors including systematic error, hence one statement is only correct. What is the full form of GPP, which is a Green Public Procurement? Statement 1. Quality is essential for several and growth of an organization in the present era of tough competition. Statement 2. The concept of quality is confined only to construct and manufacturing organization. Hence, statement statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. Statement 1. The prevention cost increase with the introduction of quality system and may be in the significant proportion of the total quality cost. Statement 2. Cost associated with education and training are not included in prevention cost, and statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. Consider the following statement with reference to principal quality objective. The organization should achieve and sustain the quantity of the product so as to continuously meet the purchaser states or implied need. The organization should provide confidence to its own management that the intended quality is being achieved and sustained. The organization should provide confidence to the purchaser that is intended quality is being or will be achieved in the delivered product. Hence, 2 and 3 statement is correct. What are the major categories of quality cost? Prevention cost, appraisal cost, production cost, internal failure cost. Hence, B is correct. 1, 2 and 3 is correct. Which of the following is variation are true in piece part production? Piece to piece variation, time to time variation, within piece variation, process to process variation. Hence, 1, 2, 3 is correct. Which one of the following is the objective of attributes charts in production process control? To evaluate the quality performance of operating and management personnel. Next question देखते हैं. Which of the following department product design and development, marketing and product planning, packaging and shipping, sales? Hence 1, 2, 3 is correct. Which of the following are the general sub areas of quality control? Offline quality control, sales market share, statics process control, acceptance sampling plan. Hence 1, 3 and 4 are correct. Which of the following steps some under 14 step plan for quality improvement? Add HOC community for the zero defects program, cost of quality evolution, quality measurement, supervisor training. And 1, 2 and 4 is correct statement. Next question. Is the determined by maximize the benefit they are achieved and by reducing or minimizing the sacrifices associated with an offering which is a value? Considering the following points: poor weld, poor connection, contamination on surface in material, management of company. And 1, 2, 3 is correct. From the bath tube curve, what does 1 and 2 implies for? Wear out phase and running phase respectively. Running phase and wear out phase respectively, decreasing of efficiency, increasing inefficiency, rate of consumption of fuel. Hence, correct running phase and wear out phase respectively. Consider the following statement: lifetime of the population of product is represented by bath tube curve. Bath tube curve despite the failure rate of the single item. Bath tube curve describe the relative failure rate of an entire population of product over time. Hence, only 1 and 3 statements are correct. Consider the following statement. A quality manual should illustrate and describe the organizational structure. A quality manual should include a schedule of standard instruction or procedure, and both statements are correct. Consider the following statement. Quality control tool, management and planning tool, quality function deployment, Six Sigma. Hence, all the statements is the correct. Consider the following statement. Cause and effect diagram is also called as Isuka diagram. The effects or problem being investigated is shown at the end of horizontal row, and both of them is correct. Consider the following statement. Control charge is a graph. Analyze how to process behave over time. All flow chart graphic symbol to describe the nature and flow of step is in process, and both of them is correct. Consider the following statement. Pareto charge find its used to determine each step to take next. Scatter diagram help to know change of one variable with respect to her, which both of them. Consider the following statement. Affinity diagram gather a large group of ideas and put them in one smaller group. Affinity diagram find it used in brainstorming techniques, and both of them is correct. Consider the following shape. L-shaped, X-shaped, C-shaped, roof shaped. Hence, all of the above is correct. Consider the following. FMEA aim to reduce the risk of failure and improve the process. The PDCA cycle model can be developed as a process improvement tool to reduce the cost of quality. Which of the statements are correct? Which is both of them. A checklist is provided in FMEA procedure. Which of the following is not attribute and this checklist cost of avoiding failure? Which of the following techniques not include in failure defect? Which is the lie detector test. Failure occurred due to defective part during the which is the earlier life stage. Consider the following statement. FMEA is primarily considered problem solving cost. DFMEA evaluate the potential failure modes and cause associated with the design of product. Hence, statement 2 is only correct. W8 CWAT is known for providing the concept of zero defect. Quality control charge for average was maintained for a dimension of the product. After the control law established, it was found that the standard deviation of the process was 1 mm. The dimension of the part is 70 plus minus 2.5 mm. Parts above 72.5 mm can be reworked, but part below 67.5 mm have to be scrapped. That should be setting of the process to ensure production of no scrap and they minimize the rework. Hence 70.5 mm. Consider the following statement. Provide variation is too large. Process average is not properly centered. Which of the following above can be cause and causes for process to fail? Both statement is true. Which of the following process involve measuring the output of production system to determine whether the corrective action is necessary or not? Quality control. Which of the following is a part of appraisal cost related to quality, which is a product inspection and testing cost? A company manufactures light bulb using a production process that yield bulb with an average life of 500 years and a standard deviated of 60 hours. The nominal value USL and least LS, LSL are 100, 800 hours and 400 hours respectively. Find the ratio of the potential process capability to its actual process capability is. ठीक है, तो आपको पता है CP की एक्चुअल प्रोसेस कैपेबिलिटी मिनिमम होता है USL माइनस मीन बाय 3 सिग्मा और मीन माइनस LSL बाय 3 सिग्मा. तो यहाँ से आपको होता है तो एक्चुअल प्रोसेस कैपेबिलिटी इक्वल टू हो जाएगा. ठीक है, यहाँ से आप इनमें से मैक्सिमम निकाल लीजिए CP के. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से आ जाएगा 1.66 पोटेंशियल प्रोसेस कैपेबिलिटी USL माइनस LSL अपान 6 सिग्मा. तो यहाँ से आपका CP है 1.11. तो आपको पता है CP अपान CP के इक्वल होता है. ठीक है, पूछ रहा है आपसे तो यहाँ से आप निकाल लेंगे 0.67 एक्चुअल प्रोसेस कैपेबिलिटी. MTBF is used to reference with a repairable item and MTTF is used to reference with non-repairable item. Bathtub curve. Despite the failure rate of an entire population of products over time, burn in operation is performed to wear out in front materiality failure, hence all statement is correct. Next, identify the incorrect statement regarding variable and attribute chart. Variable chart involves the measurement of the job dimension, while attribute charts only a non-detective is without going to measurement of its dimension. Variable charts are more detailed and attribute chart being based upon go ahead and no go data required bigger sample size. X bar chart and R bar chart comes under attribute chart, hence 1 to 3 is correct statement. Read the following statement and select the correct option. Failure cost increase and decrease in the number of defective product. Cost of appraisal and prevention increase as the quality improve. Cost ratio is defined as the ratio of total quality cost to overall cost of operation, hence only is correct. Match the following. ठीक है, re-inspection and investigation, which is the internal failure cost. Handling of return it, which is the external failure cost. Quality planning, hence preventing cost. At cost of material and supplies used in inspection is appraisal cost, hence option is correct. Current quality concept is increase in production, continuous improvement, prevention of defect, hence 2 and 3 is correct. Consider the following points related to difference between quality control and quality assurance. Quality control is predict oriented, but quality assurance process obtained. Quality control is process oriented, between quality assurance is product oriented. Quality control is corrective tool, but quality assurance is managerial tool. Quality control is managerial tool, but quality assurance is corrective tool. Hence, one and third statement is correct. Match the following knowledge based system, decision support system, ठीक है, और मैनेजमेंट इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम और डाटा माइनिंग. तो नॉलेज बेस्ड सिस्टम यूज रीजनिंग टेक्निक, डिसीजन सपोर्ट सिस्टम यूज स्टैटिकल रूल्स ऑफ इंटरफेरेंस, मैनेजमेंट इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम रिस्पॉन्ड टू क्वेरीज विद रिपोर्ट, डाटा माइनिंग प्रोवाइड रिकमेंडेशंस. ये ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट. Consider the following statement. Quality assurance ensure quality in the process by which products are developed. Quality assurance aim to prevent defect with a focus on the process used to make the product. Quality control is to set up activities for ensuring quality in product. Quality control aim to identify defects in finished product, and all the statement is correct. Consider the following statement. Run chart is used to monitor a process against time. Run chart is obtained by adding upper control limit and lower control limit to the control chart. Only one statement is right. Read the following statement, select the correct option. Concept of zero quality control was aimed to eliminating the need of statistical quality control. In ZQC, emphasize and targeting the root cause of defect by sound manufacture and process engineering practice. Hence, both statement is correct, but two correct explanation of one. Consider the following statement. Variable control chart follows continuous distribution. Mean chart follows Poisson distribution. P chart follows binomial distribution. C chart follows Poisson distribution. Hence, only 2 is correct. Which of the following are among 7 quality tools? Pareto chart, ARNO network, histogram, scattering. Hence, 1, 3 and 4 is correct. PDCA cycle stand for which is plan, do, check, act. I think A option correct. ठीक है, hence A is correct. Next question देखते हैं. PDCA cycle concept is given by which is Edward Deming. Which of the following is a most appropriate definition of Ishikawa diagram? It is a structural approach for finding a possible cause of problem. Match the following: internal benchmark, external benchmark, performance benchmark, and the competitive benchmark. So, and solution. The internal benchmark involve measurement and comparison within the same organization. External benchmark measurement and comparison with external organization. Performance benchmark measurement and comparison of performance attribute. Competitive benchmark comparison between like function and activities with direct competitor. And C is correct answer. Pareto diagram is based on the concept of which is based virtual few trivial meaning. In a C chart, if a mean 9, lower control limit will be which is a 0. Consider the following. First, define categories. Second, state may arrange the categories in descending order. Third, sort the data into categories. Fourth, frequency of occurrence of each category is 1. First define category and then sort the data into categories, and the frequency of occurrence of each category is arrange the category in the descending order. And C is correct. In a stable process, both mean and variance of process is constant. The process fails because which is a process variation is too large and not is properly centered. If the failure rate of component is constant, then the failure follows exponential law. Control chart is a process monitoring tool, process control tool, output control tool, engineering drawing, specification tool, hence 1 and 2 statement is true. A process map is more detailed flow chart is that despite process relationship between process, cause and effect diagram, Isaka diagram, scatter diagram, attribute. Pareto chart is used for identification of few causes that produce a significant overall effect. Second, checking quality of lot based on its attributes. Second, determine cost of quality. Third, fourth, determine the dispersion of measuring variable. And correct answer is only statement 1 is correct. The factor that contribute to productivity loss are which is a downtime loss. Consider the following regarding benchmark. Benchmark help us to learn from the best of the best. Benchmarking helps up to improve our process. Benchmarking help to us to have breakthrough in quality. Hence 1, 2, 3 both all are correct. Consider the following in relation with upper control limit. In control chart, it is the highest specification that the customer want. It is the highest variation of the process. It is the highest level that the process should operate within. It is given by UCL C bar minus 3 root C bar, where C bar is mean of process. So for C chart, C is 1 and 2 is correct. Consider the following statement. Normal variance in the operation process is due to special cause. The Pareto chart provide corrective action for high frequency use of problem. Control limit are same specification limit, and none of is right. Cost of poor quality and decrease with increase in sigma level. The word Kanban is most appropriate associated with just-in-time production. Which one of the following steps would lead to interchangeability with quality control? Values is usually considered as a relationship between which utility and cost. Match the following failure with their representative reason is bath tube curve. Infant mobility useful life wear out due to stress exceeding strength, due to fatigue or depletion of material, due to inherent defects and poor design order. And 3, 1, 2 is correct. A control chart help us to identify deviation is the process due to which is a assignable cause. Assertion and reasoning. Assertion drawing control chart requires calculation of statics from data. Reasoning a control chart display process probability. And the correct answer is the both explanation true or is not correct explanation of A. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं assertion and reasoning का है. ठीक है. assertion quality planning process include benefit cost analysis and benchmarking. Reason poor quality design project is like to directly affect overhead cost only. Hence A assertion is true but reason is false. Assertion in case of control chart of variable, its some points fall outside the control limit. It is a conclude that process is not under control. Reason it was experimentally proved by Schwarzschild that average of the 4 or more consecutive reading from a universe population or from a process when plotted will form a normal distribution curve. Hence statement 1 is correct. Both assertion and reasoning is correct. Reasoning is the correct explanation of assertion. Assertion bath tube curve despite the failure rate of single item with respect to time. Region bath tube curve is divided into 3 regions: infant relative useful life and wear out stage. Hence, assertion is false, reasoning is true. Assertion: fishbone diagram is visualization tool and categorize the potential cause of the problem in order to identify its root cause. Reason: whenever a serious problem occurs, before starting to think about the solution, it is important to explore all the things that could cause it to solve problem completely. Hence, both A and R are true, but R is not correct explanation of A. Exam point of view से important point जो लिखते हैं, quality gurus is W. Ward Deming is often referred to as father of quality control. The basic difference between bar graph and histogram is histogram is used to show distribution of variable, while bar graph is used to compare variable. Flow chart is a flow chart gives a visual representation of the sequence of steps and decision need to perform a process. Pareto analysis use Pareto's law. With reference of Pareto analysis, consider the Pareto law significant that 80% of inventory value is accounted for 20% of inventory. If you want to identify the possible relationship between two process variables, which quality control tool will you use? Scatter diagram. With reference to cause and effect diagram, consider the it is study a problem, condition or improvement opportunity to find it cause and effect. नेक्स्ट देखते हैं, ठीक है. With reference to variation, consider the statement is assignable variation are the greater magnitude. Chart is measure of spread of sample R chart. The factor that identified by fishbone diagram is machine factor. Drawing control correct chart require calculation of static from data. Statistical process control help in determining it as assignable cause are distributed in the process. Inspection assure that product meet specification. A control chart display process variability assignable cause of generally known as workers. A flow chart indicate how input gets proceed into output. An example of random cause is small vibration in the equipment. A control chart help in process monitoring. 7 basic quality control tools including histogram. A Pareto chart shows that is the process is a control. Cause effect diagram is used in problem analysis. Process flow chart explain process step and their relationship. SPS implies statistical process control. Use of control chart efficiency. Assignable cause. Fishbone diagram are drawn to brainstorm cause of an effect. Ishikawa diagram effect is drawn at head of the fish. P chart is used to monitor attribute. The father of quality control was D. Edward Deming. Fishbone diagram is also known as Ishikawa diagram. According to Deming, quality control are due to management. Quality chart is process control tool. A process is said to be controlled if it is random variation. A chart used to measure attribute to P chart. Which one of the following is an example of discrete random variable? Correct answer is the D. Negative binomial distribution. The maximum percentage defect that is consumer may find definitely acceptable is called, which is LTPD. A unit produces package boxes. Out of hourly production of 4,000 boxes, 20 were found to be non-conforming. It is the inspector randomly choose a box from our production. The probability of it being non-conforming is 0.005. Consider the following statement regarding evaluating sampling plane. It is rectifying the inspection is conducted for lost rejected by the sampling plan in the average total inspection. The average number of items inspected for a series of plots in order to make decision in the average sample number. The average quality level of a series of batch that leave the for inspection after coming in the inspection at a certain quality level in the average outcome quality limit. Hence 1 and 2 is statement is correct. The standard deviation sigma the sample cause the concrete of construction engineering and management is which is correct. Correct statement is the D. ठीक है. अंडर रूट सिग्मा x माइनस एक्स बार का होल स्क्वायर डिवाइड बाई n माइनस 1. द एवरेज आउटगोइंग क्वालिटी AOQ is which is a PAP n minus n 1 n. Which of the following statement is correct? which is the ideal OC curve always gives high values of probability of acceptance than the practical OC curve. Which of the following statement is correct? As the sample size increase, the OC curve become more like idealized by OC curve. Consider the following statement in respect to double sampling plan. Average number of pieces inspected is less than that for single sampling. Decision to accept or reject the lot is taken only after the inspection of both samples. Decision to accept or reject the lot is reached sometime after some sample and sometime after two samples in 2 and 4 is correct. An operating characteristic curve is plot between which the percentage of defective and probability is acceptance. Match the following, ठीक है. OC curve acceptance sampling OQL which is dongle roaming take binomial distribution P chart and that is normal curve control chart is variable, hence A is correct. Which of the following correctly describe procedure risk in acceptance sample, hence probability of good lot being rejected? C is correct. Which among the following is true for acceptance sampling? Acceptance sampling involves accepting or rejecting the entry lot. Acceptance sampling gives complete idea about the process that is producing these items. The attribute sampling the quality is determined only by actual measurement. In variable sampling, item is clarified as good or bad, hence one is statement is correct. Consider the following statement. Acceptance sampling does not involve any risk. Characteristic of the entire lot can be not be truly specified. Less fatigue result is lesser mistake. Acceptance sampling involves certain amount of risk, hence fourth, second, third are only correct. Consider the following statement. A single sampling, if number of defective items is less than acceptance number, the lot is accepted. It multiple sampling, if a number of defective item exceed acceptance number, is lot of always rejected and only two is correct. Type 1 error is referred to which is reject good lots. If the sample size n or OC operating characteristic curve increase when the OC curve shift leftward, the preventive and appraisal cost which is decrease with percentage defective when quality system is placed, then normally which is an internal failure cost is greater than external failure cost greater than preventive cost than greater than appraisal cost. Read the following statement and select the correct. Alpha error occur with data point fall outside the control limit even without the presence of special cause. Beta error occurs when the data point fail inside the control limit when there is special causes due to present in the process, and both statements are correct. From a lot of size 2000 sample 50 item is taken for inspection. If the probability of accepting a lot 0.8, what will the average of total inspection assuming सिंगल सैम्पलिंग? ठीक है, तो इस तरीके से एवरेज टोटल इंस्पेक्शन एन प्लस वन माइनस पी ए इंटू एन माइन, ठीक है, यहाँ से आप 440 आ जाएगा, ठीक है, से आप निकाल लोगे. नेक्स्ट देखते हैं. A planning phase of an engineering component generated engineering drawing. A quality assurance team randomly selected drawings for inspection. The exercise can best describe example of statistical sampling. Example: represent the probability that a lot containing a defective exceeding the lot tolerance percent defective will be acceptance. Consumer risk percentage of defective in common to accept a bad lot 5%. The percentage of defect at which a consumer are willing to accept the lot goods is known as acceptable quality level. The lot tolerance percentage defective is also known as rejectable quality level. The effect of sample size and on probability of acceptance. As number of item in a sample increase, higher in the is the probability of number of defective, there is probability of acceptance decrease. AQL stand for acceptance quality level. As a sampling plan help in rejecting lot there are unacceptable quality. And OC curve, a consumer risk is denoted by beta. Single sampling plan is the lot under test will be rejected if total defective item is the sample exceeding an acceptance number. The decision rule to accept or reject a lot based on the result of one random sample is called single sampling plan. A decision rule in which items from a lot are randomly selected and accept or reject decision is based on cumulative result is called sequential sampling plan. A graphical display of performance of sampling plan showing the probability of accepting the lot for a range of proportion is operating characteristic curve. The maximum value of the average outgoing quality over all possible values of the proportion of defective is called average outgoing quality level. The probability of acceptance of 1% defective lot is 0.95. Then AOQ is 0.0095. The upper limit of defective that is consumer is willing to accept is LTTP. Acceptance sampling is used for mass production. The best sample is one that is representative of population. The purpose of stratified random sampling is to make certain that the sample proportionally represent individuals from different categories of the population in operating curve. If we increase the acceptance number of keeping constant sample size, the probability of acceptance increase. In OC curve, if we keep constant acceptance number of increasing and sample size, then consumer risk decrease. In acceptance sampling, when there is no finite probability that the lot may be accepted even if the quality is not really good, is